Yeah, we have given updates today around our pipeline, our partnerships, and our platform. On the pipeline side, we've given guidance that we're going to be giving 7 readouts in the next 18 months in our clinical programs.
Welcome everyone to the channel that brings to you different stocks, stock ideas, however you want to take it, on every other day basis and so on. Guys, if you're new to this channel, welcome. This channel is called IPO Market Watch, but it's also technically also Bull Market Watch, which is my other channel. It's the Discord channel that I have, which is or the Discord platform, a community that I have. It's called Bull Market Watch and so on. But anyways, guys, if you want, subscribe to the channel here, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and by doing so, you'll have access to many videos every other day, whether it is to introduce you to an initial public offering or a company that's already trading on the stock market, just like in this video, which is basically we're going to talk about, guys, Recursion Pharmaceuticals, right? This is the company that NVIDIA has invested in. Not only does Recursion Pharmaceuticals have right now globally the most powerful PCs, and I'll explain why they even need them, but they also have NVIDIA invested in them. Let me show you why this company is so incredibly attractive to me, personally speaking. But before I do, a disclaimer, right? If you are old or new, probably newer members, but whatever, know that pharmaceutical stocks are always super high risk. The reason is because you're basically depending, 100%, you're dependent on the drug that's under development. Will it succeed? Will it get FDA approval? Did it cost the money a lot of money? All right, did they burn through a lot of cash to come up with this drug to finally get it approved, if it does get approved? And when it does get approved, will it generate enough revenue? So all these questions are always, you know, it's a 50-50, right? So just know that. Now let's continue and go on with Recursion Pharmaceuticals. Now the stock right now, guys, in pre-market, as I'm recording the video right now in pre-market, the stock is at $9.72. Recursion Pharmaceuticals is a stock that I have talked about on my Discord. Back on June 18, 2024, I told them that I will buy it at $9.32. So we're slightly up on it already. Some other examples of what goes on in the Bull Market Watch Discord is Occidental Petroleum on the 17th of June. Called it a buy at $59.83 and it's now at $63. NVDA was a quick in and out, which I had explained to them that that's how it would be before I would even try. So we got in at 13 cents, got out at 15 cents. And SentinelOne, guys, back on May 31st, 2024, I told everyone in the Discord that I will buy it at $16.80. It's now over 18 bucks. Basically all across the board, these are all green trades. Now I did tell you that Recursion Pharmaceuticals has NVIDIA as an investor, which I think is pretty much what, if anyone is focused on this stock right now, or you know, this isn't a new, it's not news today that NVIDIA invested in them. NVIDIA has invested in them for quite a while now. But if anyone isn't, you know, interested in this stock, that's the number one thing they look at, right? But don't look at just that. There are some powerful things coming up, huge catalyst for Recursion Pharmaceuticals that I'll explain in the video. Right now here you can see, guys, a list of everyone who has invested. Everyone, and I'm talking about the big smart money that have invested in Recursion Pharmaceuticals and how many shares they have. And we can see that NVIDIA is right here, NVIDIA. And NVIDIA really doesn't invest in many stocks, right? So this is pretty interesting. About 7.7 million shares in Recursion Pharmaceuticals. The next thing I want to show you in just a little bit through a video where the Recursion Pharmaceuticals CEO is going to explain it way better than me is the new partnership that they have with Bayer. And that's right here, Bayer Pharmaceuticals. But they also have, you know, partnerships with Roche, which is an insanely huge company. So is Bayer, right? These are global companies, right? Really big partnerships. Partnership with NVIDIA. How about Tempest? We just went public recently. What was it, last week that they went public? I did a YouTube video about them before they went public. You can check that out. So they have huge partnerships already. Who is Recursion Pharmaceuticals? What do they do?
My name is Mason Victors. I'm currently a founding fellow at Recursion and have previously served as the Chief Technology Officer and then the Chief Product Officer here for close to 4 years. If you are familiar with Recursion, you have likely heard mention of us navigating maps of biology and chemistry. At Recursion, we believe if we equip our scientists with a base map of biology and chemistry, a less biased and a more holistic survey of hundreds of thousands of biological and chemical perturbations in a human cellular system, that we can then enable them to explore the uncharted areas of biology to navigate the path to new medicines more effectively.
Recursion Pharmaceuticals is using AI, their own patent developed AI, which is all built on NVIDIA chips, the most powerful chips that NVIDIA offers. And with this, they aim to make the time less at creating a drug, right? 90% of the drugs that go through the that come up to go towards the the three phases, they fail. Recursion Pharmaceuticals aims to come up with a drug at a much faster pace. Let's say it takes 5 years for traditionally to get a drug developed and then go to the phases, right? And Recursion Pharmaceuticals wants to do it within a year, let's say. They're going to cut the time. And they believe that their AI capabilities will not only speed up the time, but make more precise, right drugs.
Yeah, we have given updates today around our pipeline, our partnerships, and our platform. On the pipeline side, we've given guidance that we're going to be giving 7 readouts in the next 18 months in our clinical programs. 5 of those will be efficacy readouts, which is what everybody's going to be looking for from Recursion. On the partnership side, we announced that Bayer, one of our close partners, is actually going to be using one of our LLM software tools called LO as part of the infrastructure for our partnership. And I think this really represents one of the first times a large pharmaceutical company is going to be adopting these kinds of tools, these AI tools, into the way they discover and develop medicines together with us. And then, as you mentioned, Jensen is going to be joining us. They've been an incredible partner for the last year and even before. And we just announced a few weeks ago that we are now operating the fastest supercomputer in all of biopharma, BioHive 2. NVIDIA was a huge part of that. So we've been able to demonstrate that using these tools, we can roughly 3x the speed of discovering and developing medicines towards the clinic and dramatically reduce the cost. So we're really scaling and making discovering and developing medicines more efficient. But ultimately, the most important lever is going to be improving the probability of success, because as we talked about last time, Morgan and John, 90% of drugs that go into clinical trials today fail. And that's despite incredible scientists dedicating their entire career to advancing these medicines.
Some competitors to Recursion Pharmaceutical, guys, are ticker symbol EXAI that you can see here, and ticker symbol SDGR. On May 9, 2024, they provided us with a business update and reports on first quarter 2024 financial results. Some of the things that they said that they're on track to read out multiple phase 2 clinical trials in the coming quarters, right? Beginning Q3 of 2024, which is coming up. Here is their current pipeline that they have here. Looking at that current pipeline in a more detailed way that you can see here. So pipeline, and then you can read about each drug development that they have. I'm not going to read all of these because, that's just going to take a lot of time, obviously, but you can pause the video or go to the company's investor presentation and you'll find this information here. Here's more of those drugs and what they are and what they're about. The platform, guys, supercomputer expansion. So it says we worked with our partner NVIDIA to design and build the BioHive 2, our next generation supercomputer. Here are some of the partnerships, but I did show you more earlier in the video. So for the first quarter of 2024, they did provide us with a cash position, guys, of cash and cash equivalents, which were nearly $300 million. The revenue was $13 million for that first quarter, and research and development expenses were at $67 million. For all of 2023, they ended at $44.5 million. The total assets are at $653 million. Total liabilities 190, total debt at 50.6. Guys, like I said, that investing pharmaceutical stocks is always a high risk. And like the CEO of Recursion Pharmaceuticals said, is that what they're working on basically is sort of experimental, obviously, right? We've never had so far a pharmaceutical company that uses AI to come up with drugs, right? Now, if this does work out, NVIDIA did invest, so that kind of helps. But if it does work out 5 years down the road, we could be looking back and saying, wow, this could have been one of the best investments, buy and holds and whatnot. or maybe not. So do not blindly buy this stock, right? For me personally, I think it's a buy, right? I did call it a buy at $9.32, personally speaking for me, right? But, you know, that's just me. Everybody else is different. I like the fact that I can invest early in a possible game changer, right? And if I can get it right, it will be very highly rewarding. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this stock. And if you want to join my Discord, the link will be in the comment section below. I wish you guys all the best and take care.